Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Conquest Season 2, Episode 2. It's your host, SMGFrenzy, joined by your fabulous co-host.
What did you just call me?
Fabulous co-host.
Assassin, or as my gamer tag goes by, AssassinADC. Welcome to another episode. We are grateful that you came back. I'm excited for this episode. Can't wait to talk about it. There hasn't been much lately,
Yeah.
like on the esports side anywhere.
There's been a lot in the world that we won't talk about on this stream,
Yeah,
but...
we decided to main focus on just esports this season. So, but yeah, let's hop into it.
Yeah, we'll start off right off the bat. Just a continuation from last week's topic about the Overwatch League. One day after their grand finals, the Overwatch League sent a statement on their Twitter and Instagram saying, with the completion of the 2023 Overwatch League season, we'll be focusing on building our vision of a revitalized esports program. We're eager to share more details with you as details are finalized. And strong rumors from the league are that the league will be moving to Korea because that is where Overwatch esports really grew up. If you know anything about like APAC, here's where Envy won their first Overwatch tournament when there was still Envy, not the Dallas Fuel. It was around the time when Overwatch was arguably the third biggest esport on the planet behind, well, fourth behind League, Dota, and CS. But at least we know for a fact now, without any doubt, that the Overwatch League as it is will not be coming back. But they're not giving up on Overwatch esports either.
So there's no league in Overwatch. It's gonna, I guessing from how it sounds and how I think it could happen is that they're just gonna have a bunch of third-party organizations just host events. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing like Optic or
maybe not that big of an org, like a Luminosity, stuff like that.
Dallas Fuel is owned by, was owned by Envy, but it's owned by Optic. So will they rechange it, or will they just leave it as Dallas Fuel? Will they just go by the Fuel? From how it seems, they are planning to have competitive Overwatch still being played.
Yep.
Literally the next day after we talked about it, when we weren't sure, literally came out saying that the league is over, but they do plan to have the competitive side of Overwatch to be played.
Let me add on to that real quick. At least as of today, the Overwatch League still exists because the vote to disband the league hasn't happened yet. And, I mean, we're assuming that teams are going to vote yes to disband the league because they get a payout for voting yes. And then they won't have to shell out, like, millions of dollars on a league that clearly isn't bringing in the revenue anymore. But some people have... Obviously, there's hope in the community that the teams vote no to not disband the league and maybe reformat it to a different scale where it's smaller, maybe back into a studio in California like how League of Legends does, or like how COD used to do in Columbus. But we'll see. I mean, this is a very interesting situation because it's a big esport, and this is the first big esport that we've seen collapse in such a way.
I mean, I don't think I've seen any other, Gears, but Gears wasn't that big like Overwatch, but
yeah.
Like I said, this is still fresh, still developing. So, from what it seems like and what they said, they do plan to have more, I guess, competitive games going on for Overwatch. It's good to hear. At least the scene's not completely dead and the game just dies off completely.
Yeah, there's that.
No esports or league for it. So, it's good to hear that they still have plans for it. So it's still a win. So you are a fan of the Overwatch competitive side, well, be on the lookout because they do plan to keep going on with that. So in a different way, but we'll see.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for more info on the Overwatch League. But our next topic in the gaming world is just the past few days from before we were recording this. Call of Duty had their COD Next event showcasing the new Modern Warfare game. They had a bunch of streamers and pros come in and play. They had like a whole stage venue set up and all the cool stuff. So we were getting like the first opinions and verdicts of how the game is. You've shown me some pros going out absolutely insane in the game already. Of course, we have like Shotzi, who's not a human at this point. The dude's insane. But like you being the COD expert and seeing everything that the game has showcased so far, how are you feeling about the new Modern Warfare?
Um, well, I've been watching since the PS4, PS5 beta just went live this week.
Mm.
Went live Thursday, but we'll talk. We'll get to that point in a second. But the COD Next event was, I mean, it ran smooth. There wasn't any issues. They were showcasing the game. Obviously, they didn't showcase some weapons were used.
Mm.
Obviously, there's some tweaks they got to make. Um, the game looks smooth. It runs smooth. Um, it's like a new age, like a new version of COD, but with the old maps, which makes it like nostalgia in a way. But um, it looks good. I mean, this is the most like good I've heard about COD since like a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, COD has been going downhill because of like the developers not listening to the people and what they want and why stuff like that. But what it seems like, it looks like the game is. I guess the developers did take some actual like feedback from people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hopefully the COD Next event, they able to fix a couple things. The game looks good. I mean, there's one broken thing in the game in the beta as of right now. The beta is out. By the time we're recording this, and when this goes live, which will be on Thursday,
Yep.
the Xbox/PC beta will come out for the people that pre-ordered the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, from the first weekend of the beta, I think a couple of things need to be fixed. Battle rage got to get fucking nerfed or something, because I shouldn't be seeing a guy get shot up at 4 people and still not die and
Oh,
still. Yeah, it's pretty insane how that thing is broken. It's just the regen thing on it's insane that you just become a super soldier. It was pretty useless in the last COD. It didn't really work like how it works in this game.
yeah.
Hopefully they can tweak it. But from what it seems like, that's the only problem with the game. Just that, and then obviously people are complaining about there's not enough maps to play in the beta. But you got to remember it's a beta; they don't want you to play that much.
Yeah.
But like from what I've been hearing and what I've been watching, I've been enjoying. Like it's actually good to watch. And I mean, I won't know hands on until I play it on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the game looks good. I mean, it's playing smooth. People are having a good time. Um, so I got nothing much to say, but the COD Next event was successful. I mean, they did a lot. They invited some actual people to play it, not like a bunch of bots
Yeah.
or a bunch of pros showed up and started smoking everybody.
I saw a
Um,
lot of people on Twitter, especially from the casual side, complaining that pros were making the game unfun during the beta.
they were getting slammed. I showed you that video of Shotzi breaking the ankles of a developer, right?
Yeah.
He broke a developer's ankles at a live event. So yes, it can be played as a casual, but I mean, it's a bunch of contributors and COD pros at one event.
Yeah.
So they're just a bunch of sweats. Don't go there thinking you about to just play the game casually. Once they figure it out, they're gonna try to their best.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So they showed off Warzone 3, in it too. So this is probably like the first time they're gonna. I mean, this Warzone 2 barely just came out.
Mhm.
Warzone 3 now it's coming out, which I think Warzone 2 has only been around for what, a month, a year?
It's
Over
been
a year?
about a year. I mean, I can see why they pushed Warzone 3 so fast, because Warzone 2 is arguably a failure. It killed all the hype from Warzone 1. People don't stream Warzone like they used to. People hate the new playstyle of it. It's just not a premier battle royale anymore, would you say?
Um, Warzone 2 did kind of do that. I think it's more so the movement and the skill gap the movement gave people. But since everyone's on a fair, I guess playing field, it really doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't do much. You can't really do anything crazy. What back then where how people could move and get out so quickly, break ankles, stay alive when they need to.
Hmm.
Not in this game where it's like just a basic COD, but because of the new age generation, I guess, of players, they just like the fast paced version of the game. So
Okay.
MW wasn't that fast, as people assumed it. It wasn't slow though, but it wasn't fast. But in this game, you're gonna be a lot faster. It's like MW 2019.
Oh, okay.
It's literally gonna be like that, but just MW2 2022
Hmm.
we're being played on MW2 maps from back in the day. It's a weird concept to think about that they're using a game mechanic from 2020 and a game from last year, but they're using the maps and guns from the old version of MW. It sounds fugazi or like faded, but the game does look good and nice, and the maps look amazing. The way they remodeled them and revamped them, they look great. They look bright and colorful.
Yeah.
I'm actually more excited to actually get my hands on the game beta. I'll be streaming it. Hopefully not get slammed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game looks good. I've been watching it. I've been watching a bunch of videos on it. So probably the most I've watched COD last year to this year. That wasn't esports related. So
Okay.
game looks good. It plays good. They just gotta tweak a couple things like the battle rage. That seems like the only problem with the beta. I would assume they're just gonna fix it after the beta and let it
Mm.
slide right now. There's no point. And then
When is the open
but
beta
yeah.
for everybody?
So this week that just happened when we're recording this. So last week, when y'all are watching this, it came out on Thursday, which was what 5th
Yeah.
through the 6th was the PS5 pre-order exclusive, and then the open beta was this weekend.
This
Yeah,
upcoming weekend?
for this for PlayStation and 5 and 4 only this weekend. So from yesterday to today, and then Thursday is just the PC, Xbox only, and then Friday will be all of them, everybody, and then everybody the rest of the weekend.
Okay.
So PlayStation gets more time played on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of fucking faded, but till Activision and Microsoft's deal is fully complete, you're still gonna see stuff like that. So
No, exactly, yeah. But I guess,
um,
yeah, next week we'll have even more to say about it as we get our hands on the game and can tell you our opinions on how it plays. Because it's different from watching it and then playing it. But yeah, you'll have to wait till next week's podcast. But on to the next topic. League of Legends World Championship starts as we're recording this tonight. We have the World's Qualifying Series, which is between the 4th seed of North America and the 4th seed of Europe, Golden Guardians versus Team BDS. It is a single elimination. Whoever loses is already leaving. They're done.
NA, please do something this year.
It's the 4th seed, so I mean, I'm not expecting too much. It's the play-in stage and the stage after the Swiss bracket stage, which is going to be most important. It has the Swiss bracket stage is built for underdog teams to succeed. So if NA fails even harder this year, it's super over. But
Because NA never stands a chance. They don't have a chance. This league isn't made for NA country. The NA country.
we don't try though. That's the problem. We think that we can import a bunch of people from Korea and China and put them on our teams. Yeah, we put them on our teams. And like, okay, since they're Korean and Chinese, and Korea and China are the strongest regions, they'll win.
But
no,
no, the way people play league in other countries is not the same.
no.
like literally saying like the best U.S. team of COD players go play the best team in like Australia.
Yeah, I mean,
Their region, the APAC region in COD is small
mhm.
versus the US where they could.
It was
It's
like
just a
Canadian football versus American football. Two diametrically opposed things. Canadian teams get destroyed by U.S. teams. Or like Angel, like when you and I went to Worlds last year, you noticed there wasn't a single North American or European team in the semifinals. It was all Korean and Chinese teams.
yeah. Everyone else got slammed on the way there by
Yeah,
them.
no, exactly. Just the NA is just not built for
They
competition.
don't they don't swing back. They do not fight back. They
No.
try, but what the little bit of hope that they try, it's not enough, bro. I mean, I watched a couple of last year's because I mean it was a reasonable time
Yeah.
because those played in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I felt like I would blink and then the series would just be over for NA.
Yeah. It's
So
just our culture. It's a bigger problem for the LCS, the North American League, because our culture is just to play big here, win our trophy, and not care about the rest. Because we just have given up on even trying to compete internationally. Europe, on the other hand, has tried, which is why they've been in two semifinals in the past 5 years. And no, they've been in two finals in the past 5 years, both G2 and Fnatic. So it's like the competitive level in each region is different. Like Korea, like T1 for example, a team made of all rookies and Faker. They have a whole development process to bring up rookies to the scene. Same with China, same with Europe. North America's rookie scene is really abysmal. And half the time, the rookies that we bring up never even go to the main league. We just bring in people from Korea and China and Europe and bring them to the main league instead. And they
yeah, but
suck here.
the problem is they bring like washed up close to the end of the career players thinking they're gonna make a change. Yeah, they might dominate the NA part, but once they get back to playing overseas and against these higher, they're not gonna do anything. They just, I mean, they're playing like if you told me that the way NA play league versus like I guess China, um, Europe, they play a style more differently. The way NA play, they play like slow, like they're scared to make a play, and if they make a play, it's like not a big deal. But like if you watch China, the Korea league, bro, they just dude, there's a play on everywhere going on.
Mm.
It's never like dull, you
But
know.
like NA's like watching checkers.
It's like watching paint dry.
There's that too, yeah. It's
Checkers,
really
the
checkers versus
play
chess.
check. Yes, that's a good way to say you're saying it. Yeah.
I mean, the theory again, because Team Liquid, who qualified for Worlds, has a reigning world champion Piosik from DRX on their team. And DRX themselves didn't even qualify for Worlds this year. But we have Piosik and Deft meeting up again on opposite teams. I doubt Team Liquid goes anywhere despite having a world champion, if I'm being fair.
If it ain't the world champion roster, it's not gonna work. I bet you the team from last year that won worlds wouldn't be good in this year's league.
Probably not. World Championship rosters kind of fall apart when they run it back again, ironically. The only team that hasn't bit back was T1 when they won back to back and kept the same roster. But
Why would you change if you went back to back?
no, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Always see. I would like for it would be nice for teams to run it back after they win the big one,
Mm-hmm.
because you won it once. Why can't you win it again, right? So if you run it back and then you don't win it, then you think, do we make a change or do we play one more year together?
Yeah.
And then if we don't do anything, we make a change. Is it better to make a change after after the second attempt you try to win it again?
If that's the case, are you saying the T1 should have changed their roster this year since they had 2 attempts already? Because
Yes.
I think T1 should have changed a player. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, but guess what? He was the MVP for their team
I
in the final,
know.
right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he fucking crushed under pressure when they need him the most. Yeah, when he went, I mean, I would understand.
I mean, this is the
Look,
last
if
year for
they
sure that they're keeping this roster if they don't win Worlds. I think even if they do win Worlds, they're changing this roster regardless.
they change one player, and if not, they'll keep two, which I would think it's Faker and what's the other one you told me he's really good?
Faker and Carrier.
Carry,
Yeah.
yeah. I would see that. But if not, they decide they would only make one change. It should be, you know who I was talking about.
Yeah.
Was it Zeus? Is it
Zeus?
Zeus? Zeus. I say Zeus. I don't know what. Zeus.
Yeah.
Um, he's
He's a great
from
player,
last
like
year.
you said.
He's a great player until plays in the final. He's a good player for his role, but then he forgets to play the game when he makes it to the final.
Mm-hmm.
Besides when he won the Asian Games,
Yeah.
he won the most valuable player for that. So hopefully he can turn up at Worlds.
Like T1 with this
this is
roster, it's semifinals in their first year. Almost won the finals in their second year. So you would think if it keeps going up, this time they just win, right?
I mean, after how the season started for them, I mean, with the injuries, them not playing good, getting bland without Faker. I mean, what are they gonna do when he retires?
They won't have to worry about that for like another 10 years.
Let's just say 10 years from now. What now?
Well, I doubt any of those people are on the roster anyway. T1's Academy is going to have to bring up the next Faker.
Or will they go and try to get Choi again? Chovy?
Chovy? Nah, Chovy's never going to T1.
Why not?
There's just heads butting. The rivalry is real. Like, for real.
Why is there a rivalry?
Chovy's been on his team for 4 or 5 years now, and his team will not let him go. The same way like T1 won't let Faker go.
But if you want to try to get Faker, that would be their next.
They're not going to be able to. It's like asking in the COD scene a few years ago, asking for EG to get Scump. Not happening. Never happening.
Well, they wouldn't have the money for it.
Even if they did, it wouldn't happen because the player has like an attachment to that org. And it's the same for these two players. You're never seeing Faker bought out by another team, and for Chovy, for the most part, neither.
Let's just say in a world they do get him. What then?
Chovy hasn't won a finals in like 5 years, so T1 wouldn't be winning anything anytime soon.
So they're saying there's no chance he will ever join T1.
No, definitely not. T1 is just gonna use their academy system, bring up new players, go on from there.
You want to go out and try to get someone?
With who's in the LCK now, we don't know how long they plan to keep Faker and everyone else. For instance, they could keep Faker and drop the rest of the 4, which would be wild, but we don't know. We have to see what happens at the end of Worlds this year first.
Okay, let's just say Faker retires. What are the chances they still have a league team?
They're gonna have a league. It's their most profitable esport, literally. It's the one. If you know T1, 9 times out of 10, you know them because of League, and then 10 times out of 10, you know them because of Faker. So, losing Faker will be a massive blow, but they have these personalities like Carrier, who is kind of coming up to be the next Faker personality-wise, that they can keep those fans.
But he isn't Faker.
He isn't Faker, but he is like being groomed to be Faker.
You know, in damn well, he will never get close to that. He's just Faker's fame is just a different level.
No, yeah, exactly.
He has superstar fame.
Yeah. I mean, if people saw the video of him arriving at the Asian Games, he was getting swarmed by people at the airport.
No, and his teammates around him weren't. No one acknowledged him.
No, not at all.
That is bad. I feel bad for the other team or his teammates at the time.
I mean, that's
Or
kind of what you expect when you have the
three
superstar.
fifths of T1 was on the team, so yeah. He's a big celebrity.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he literally is a celebrity, and we'll get to see him and T1 play over the next few weeks. And see, he already won a grand finals this year, actually, with the Asian Games. We'll see if he can win Worlds right after that. But yeah, World starts tonight. We got NA versus EU. Hopefully NA wins, but I got no hope for it, really, to be honest. And we'll see how the rest of the tournament goes.
No, you have a better chance of hitting a bullseye with blindfolded and
The NA winning Worlds? Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
NA winning Worlds would be literally getting the best team in one of those, like in the Korean/China region, and literally buying their whole roster, taking them to North America, smoking the NA, and then going over. But because of the practice, they really ain't gonna get better.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
they're
say
just gonna be
this.
slamming everybody.
If NA win Worlds, we'll upload a video to the channel every day for 1 month straight. That's if they win Worlds. So
I'll retire.
you'll retire. Oh, you're just done. I mean, it would be a miracle, but
We'll sell Global Conquerors.
yeah, the origins is gone.
If an NA team wins World in the next 2 years, hopefully this thing is still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll sell GC.
Okay, sure.
So don't pull out no checkbook anytime soon because they ain't gonna have it.
No, definitely not. But
Yeah. I mean, what time do they start?
World starts tonight at 11. So it's the one game that's actually at a decent time for us. Every other game starts at 2 a.m. But I've been doing this for years, and this is nothing new to me.
Well, are you gonna be able to do it now because of how your schedule is now and how much?
Yeah, since I have classes in the evening, waking up early in the mornings, and I can still catch up and sleep still earlier in the morning. I'll be able to watch like the first game probably, and that's about it. The other games I'll be asleep for. That's fine. It's fine with me. Just the T1 games, I'll do anything to stay able to watch. But
whatever works for you, man.
exactly, and you know you'll get the VODs for me or whatever, the highlights and stuff.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Here's the match one. I'm half asleep.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have an international tournament. But on to the other big MOBA esport. Dota 2 international event starts this month as well. As you know, Dota does their compendium, which is their battle pass, where they get all their funding for their final, the internationals. It's been like 20-30 million in the past. This year, not getting anywhere near that. And there's one reason. The battle pass sucks. They removed most of the content that people want. No one's buying the battle pass.
Like, how bad are we talking? Like,
imagine the Fortnite battle pass, right? Like, you get like 5 characters, a bunch of emotes and skins and like dances and stuff, right? Now imagine they removed all the characters, all the dances, all the emotes, all the weapon skins, and all you get are sprays. That's how bad it is. The Dota Battle Pass used to come with like a bunch of cosmetics for your characters that you could level up, XP, all the good stuff. It's just mostly like the equivalent of sprays, in-game stickers, stuff like that.
What are they hitting now, or what is it at? Somewhat.
Let me check.
It has to be in the 100 something. 100 not
100 million would be crazy.
10 million.
Usually by this time it would be at 10 million.
Oh,
because right before the tournament it would have hit like 29-30 million. But this year's compendium has had like no support at all.
So people are upset about it?
Yeah, the Dota community was outraged like day one.
So how does their battle pass work? Like, is it seasonal? You like
Uh,
monthly, couple
the
months?
the battle pass goes live like usually a few months before the international. This time it went live a few weeks before the international, and they just dropped all the details at once, and everyone's like, "What is this? Why is it so bad?" So it's kind of sad, but it's currently the international starts in 4 days. The compendium is at where's
And
the
like a single digit.
well, Valve themselves puts in about $2 million, which is where it starts at, and then it goes from there. They removed the tracker from their website. Actually, hold on,
Oh
they've
hell no!
never done
They
this before.
Oh, that means it's bad. It has to be really bad to. Out of all the years they've done it, this is the first time I'm hearing you say this.
They've yeah, Dota's been pretty consistent, but this is the first time that I can't find the tracker on their website. When I last
Ooh,
checked, it was like $3 million, so it was well below its point where it should have been.
they're probably at 3 million still.
Let's see. Dota Battle Pass. I mean, have you watched International at all?
Oh, glimpse of them. It's hard to like. I mean, it's hard for me to understand it because I really don't watch Dota. You gotta
It's
remember,
League but harder.
I just started watching League, so
Yeah,
it's a little more complicated to understand what's going on in Dota. I
yeah,
mean, I just know that their prize pool is crazy,
mhm.
and you told me something about players don't have like a high salary because of the tournament earning wins.
Yeah. Exactly. Since like first place gets usually like 15-20 million dollars, and most of that just goes straight to the players. So okay, the 2023 compendium current prize pool is $2.8 million.
So it dropped.
Compare this to last year's prize pool, which came off of like a off year due to the research, coming off from COVID. Last year's prize pool was $18 million.
Which is not bad after coming off COVID, but
Yeah, during COVID 2021, the prize pool hit its highest, $40 million. 40 million.
so it's declined like half of that. Now
It
it's
was
declined
going
by like
up like, but it went up by like $3 million each year. And this year, it seems it's not even gonna breach $5 million. So,
I
oh,
understand why people are upset.
I mean, the people who run
Hey,
Dota, it's
hey,
Valve. They run
listen,
CS.
listen.
Yeah, go
In
for it.
any other league, they wouldn't complain. They would not be complaining. Only in Dota they would complain about it because they're not used to that type of prize pool money.
No, no, Dota
They're used
is.
to about 40 million.
I mean, League, biggest esport in the world, world's champion usually gets like 2-3 million. So the Dota's prize pool has always been insane compared to everything else, but that's because of the community, literally. But I mean, the excuse is that since Valve returns Dota and CS, Valve had more resources on CS this time around. But you good? Are you good?
There's a noise. Someone pulls my door. Keep talking.
Yeah, go ahead. But Dota usually has a pretty decent battle pass, and how the battle pass would work is that once enough people would buy the battle pass, it would unlock a whole new tier for everybody to go through, and then it would unlock another tier and another tier. So it would, people would spend more and more money to get further in the battle pass because it would have like 200 tiers, 300 tiers, 400 tiers. It just kept going and going and going. We're not gonna get that far this time because there's just trash on the battle pass. So hey, those competing in TI this year, good luck as always. I'm rooting for Team EG, despite them
Um,
having a pretty interesting team this year. But I'm sorry for those competing for the money because it's not going to be there this time.
why is it that it got so? What led to it being so bad? Were they not creative? Did they give you a reason, or they just
Um,
thought, "Wow, this is gonna be good"?
the excuse was that because Valve, they run Dota and Counter Strike. They were saying that Valve had more resources on the Counter Strike side because of CS2 coming out just a few weeks ago, so they couldn't focus on the biggest event for their biggest esport on their side. And I don't know. I feel like if you're a team like Valve and you run two big games like that, you should have equal priority. Yeah, like you should be able to manage both. They've done it before. Why weren't they able to do this time? Look at League with Valorant and League. Riot with Valorant and League. They ran two. They already ran one world championship for Val, and now they're doing another even bigger one for League, and they're doing it in tandem. So I don't know why Valve is having issues, and it's gonna bite them this year. Because also think about the battle pass for Dota. Only 30% of what people pay goes to the prize pool. The rest goes to Valve. So even they're missing it. They're missing out on 70% of money this year.
So it's saying that they didn't care and they didn't realize it's gonna affect them later.
Yeah, because
They
like
just threw out something just to throw something out, make some money off of it, but they didn't expect it to be this bad. Now they're suffering, and then they're coming up with excuses about why it wasn't good and why the prize pool and why people are upset. And now the community is now on a what was it? Are they on strike or something? Or are they complaining? Or
they're
what's
just
the
not
deal?
buying it. They're complaining and not buying the battle pass. Think about 30%, right? 30% made $40 million in 2020. In 2020. 2021, actually. 40% made $40 million in 2021. So Valve themselves made over $100 million that year just for them, not for the battle pass, or I mean, not for the tournament prize pool. They put in $2 million every year to start off, and we're not even at $3 million right now. They're barely going to make anything back. They goose.
And how long? When does it start?
It starts in 3 days, 3.5 days. So,
no one is playing for pride. They are playing for money. And I mean, would this make it more like you have to win it? Like, damn, the price was so low, and if we have to win it because of like how low and we need to win something, right?
I mean, the teams definitely had motivation for money, but also Dota does have a pretty strong community that is there for the storylines. So, maybe the stakes are a little bit higher for the storylines, but they've always had good storylines. If you ever get the chance, you should watch their storyline video from last year. It was really, really good. But
we're praying for the community. I hope y'all get something figured out for next year, because y'all gonna have to do it. Not even 3 million this year.
Yeah, they got a whole year to think about it. But yeah, good luck to those competing in the International 2023.
Good luck. Play for pride.
Exactly. But our last gaming topic, you said you wanted to talk more about COD really quick? Or did you cover most of the things you wanted to?
Well, besides the hackers, that's what because I literally just remembered. I should have brought it up, but I just remembered it. So, PlayStation 4 could still play the new COD on the beta, which is insane.
Wait, can I add, can Xbox One also play the beta?
I don't know. You're gonna have to find out. I would assume if PlayStation 4 could do it, you could do it. But the game looks terrible.
Okay.
You won't even you probably think you're playing Roblox at that point. It's that bad. But there's a thing that went out about there's already hackers on it because of PlayStation 4 players.
Yeah.
Because they jailbreak their PS4s, and then so it's it was going good until till today. So the beta was fine until the PS4 players came in and just messed up everything. There's no thing about hackers anywhere on it until today. So, I'm kind of a little bit of worried about when it drops for the PC.
Yep.
Because obviously hacks are a lot easier to get on PC.
Yep.
And there's people that have Cronuses. People think I have a Cronus. I do not. I play the game legit. You can ask Mokhtar. We played on LAN together. We did all right.
Yep.
So Cronus is an issue. Obviously, PCs can install hacks quickly. So, yeah, a bunch of hackers that are on the old gen that are killing the vibes for the new gen, the newer gen or the current gen. So yeah, I just remembered that. There weren't hackers until today, so beta went smooth until today when it became open. So we'll see how the week that's coming up because it's PC, Xbox, and everyone else that weekend. So good luck trying to play MW if you want to try it. Yeah, obviously I didn't buy it on Microsoft anymore.
Mhm.
I fully converted to my PC. Haven't touched the box in months. Now that ever since I started playing Halo on it, so
Yep.
and I still suck. Still getting slammed. So it wasn't the console. It was just not my game.
Oh, it's fine.
But yeah, but a bunch of hackers, but they're from the old gen, so
Yep.
but like we'll see how this upcoming week comes out because of PC and how easy it is to install hacks. Hopefully, it's a clean beta. This week that you're watching this or the weekend.
Yep.
So, and then I'll tell you how I feel about the beta in the following podcast, which will be recorded on next Sunday, which is a week from now.
Yep.
And I will express how I feel, how the beta feels, and if there was any issues with it. So,
Yeah.
well, that's all I have to say about that. We can move on to the news part of this section.
Yeah. We got about 18 minutes before we got to wrap this one up since we're trying to keep the podcast at like roughly an hour length. So we're going to start off right with the news. Yeah. We're going to start off with Loki Season 2 just came out on Disney Plus the past Thursday, actually the day that episode 1 of Season 2 came out. I'm not sure if you saw it yet. Amazing first episode.
I haven't seen it yet, but I can't wait to see it.
It's promising. It's picked off right where the last season was, and it looks just as good, if not better.
Isn't this the first one of the Marvel shows that got a second season?
Mm-hmm. Everything else was like contained one season, but Loki is like.
Loki was really good though. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Loki was really good, and people wanted more. I think they were only going for one season, but I guess of how good the Loki one was, and then I mean how much more you learn about it. I'm guessing they were like, well, we got to deliver, so.
I feel like it was always supposed to be multi-season. But last season ended off with that massive cliffhanger. And this season just picks up right where they left off.
But if you notice how WandaVision ended, it literally like transitioned to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but I think that was intentional. Loki's like building up to the new Avengers film with the Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, which we won't come out for another what, 2 years? A year?
I think so. If they delayed it again, so yeah, I think 2 years.
Okay, can we for Spider-Man next year?
Next year might not even be next year.
No, the Miles Morales one.
Oh, that might not even be next year. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They haven't been able to start any work on it because remember the writers and actors strike.
Yeah.
And the writers' strike just ended, and the SAG-AFTRA strike for the actors is still happening.
Just go watch the new Five Nights at Freddy at the end of this year. Wait, have you been able to hear me the whole time?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
My mic was somewhat unplugged, so I don't know.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, so if you hear me the whole time, you're good.
Yeah, I'm watching the audio levels. You're fine.
Go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's when it comes out at the end of this year.
Next year is gonna be funny with movies because like you're gonna see.
It's gonna be trash. because of how rushed they're gonna be.
Well, it's gonna make more people. It's gonna motivate more people to not watch big Hollywood movies. You're gonna watch more movies from more indie developers that are like less well known. Maybe it'll spur a whole new scene where we start moving away from Hollywood movies a little bit and start watching more in-depth stuff. You know?
YouTube movies?
You saw the response of like Oppenheimer this year. That wasn't necessarily supposed to be a big Hollywood movie. Massive. Most people
That
don't
movie
watch stuff
was
like that.
amazing. It was amazing. It was good. If you know about it, you're gonna like it. But if you don't know Jack, it's gonna be so boring. It's gonna be black and white. You're like, why is this movie so black and white? And in the Barbie movie, they were like hits next to each other.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of old dudes and a bunch of colorful shit next to it. Like, think about that shit. I saw the movie twice.
Yep.
And I saw them in different theaters.
Mm.
And dude, there was a bunch of pink everywhere because the people were in Barbie themed, like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Oppenheimer, the dullest movie there.
But it's awesome,
Yeah.
like you said. And it is funny looking at the crowd difference because Barbie is definitely like people our age. And everybody came in pink. You go to Oppenheimer. When I watched I was definitely like the youngest person in that crowd. Everybody else definitely was much older. There was a row of like war veterans who I talked to. Like it was.
Bro, the movie was good, bro.
No,
It was a lot. It was a big movie for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But hopefully there's no. Hopefully the movies aren't rushed. Because we really care about quality movies.
Yeah. You saw what happened with Deadpool and Blue Beetle. Not Deadpool. Whoa. The Flash and Blue Beetle. Wrong red superhero.
Oh, no. Wait. The Flash was always going to fail because of the actor. The actor had too many problems.
Yeah, but also the movie itself sucked, though.
The actor is not the right guy to play the Flash.
No.
The guy who did the show should have been the guy in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Grant something, but forgot his full name, but his name is Grant.
I don't remember his last name.
Just know it's from the show.
The Flash CW show.
Yeah. He could have been like the Flash they needed because he was really good as a Flash.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one I see as a Flash, not
Ezra Miller. No, that man.
The Flash. Yeah, he has too many problems outside of the movie industry. He's a very controversial person.
It's not like he was on the run for half of the year and went missing and all sorts of stuff, you know?
I like that pun. I like that pun that you just threw in there.
Yeah. On the run.
Yeah. On the run.
Yeah. Loki came out. Go ahead.
It wasn't bad. It just, the movies were rushed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Movies next year are going to be weird, but Loki Season 2 came out. Highly recommend you watch it. It's Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. But yeah. Next up, I'm going to skip the first one, actually, because we usually do sports last. SpaceX Starship, Elon's giant rocket that's supposed to take humanity to Mars. It's supposed to have its second test flight this month. The first flight was almost 6-7 months ago. And as expected, it blew up. This time, Elon says there's a 50-50 chance that it blows up. He is he's an interesting man because he tests his rockets by seeing when they blow up, then fixing that part so they can blow up at a later stage. So,
you're telling me this the CEO of Twitter is building rockets to the Mars?
Yeah.
Stick to your shit.
But okay, to be fair though, he's been doing this a lot longer than he's been doing anything social media related. This has been like SpaceX's main goal since they were founded, to get to Mars, and I'm all for it. This is one thing that I do support Elon on. We need these tests to be more frequent and with less explosions. Because, you want to ride on the rocket and make it to Mars safely.
I remember now. I remember they were so hyped that it took off.
Yeah.
And then it blew up, and they were so cheery, they were happy. And they're talking about, like, he got it to go off, like, take off. I'm like, I'm like, you're telling me it wasn't able to take off for many times that were trying it?
They've done so many, and no, it would go up and then explode, or not even take off and explode. It was rough. But it's the same like their current Falcon 9 rocket. They made a compilation 4 or 5 years ago on YouTube that's like 3 minutes long, when they were testing it, and like 90% of the video was the rocket just exploding in 20 different ways until they finally were able to master it. And that's the exact same thing they're doing for this rocket right now. Just testing it in every single way to see how it explodes and fixing that part.
So we won't have any positive results in then at least until 3 years from now.
He said he's trying to go to Mars in 2025. That's 2 years. Less than 2 years. No, it's 2 years and like 2 months. It's quick.
2025?
No, yeah, a year and 2 months. Really quick turnaround.
Yeah, you've only done one test.
Yeah.
And you've been talking about this for how long? A couple of years now?
It's been a while.
Dog, you've only done your first. No, dog, you are faded. Go. Either the twin shot got to your head, or the rocket feels go somewhere else.
Also, like, if you don't know about the mission to Mars, the point is that you're gonna go there, and you're not coming back. You're leaving everything on Earth behind. Mars will be your new home. It is where you will live and where you will die. So, do you want to be one of the first humans to go to Mars and grow a population?
No. I hate height. I just hate height.
Yeah?
What? You?
No, I say I'm on Mars already. NASA allowed you to put your name on their probe when they sent it to Mars a few years ago, so my name is on Mars. I'm there.
This motherfucker just said he's on Mars.
I am.
I'm on Mars, and I'm not even there.
Hey, man, we can all be on Mars. But you can, like, actually be on... You can be the first esports pro.
No, I'm not going. What? Who am I going to compete against? No, other pros? They're probably going to send a bunch of millionaires up there first.
Yeah, exactly. So you know they can't play games. So you'll be the undisputed king of esports.
I'll be the first ranked and the only ranked player there.
Hey, man.
Who would my comp be? Ping pong champion?
Yeah.
Elon, do more tests or give yourself more time.
He definitely needs more time, and he does need to do more tests. And we'll see if Starship explodes again this month, which I'm saying it will. It definitely will.
I think it'll make it off. Yeah, I think it'll take off, but it won't. It'll blow up.
Last time, the issue was that, imagine this is Starship, right? It was going up, and the separation part was where it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to split off, and one go up, and the other fall back down. It went boom, like that. Both sides exploded.
He's like, I couldn't choose. I had to choose both.
Yeah?
Dude, it's stupid. He's gonna give more. He's gonna delay. I know he will. If this test ends up like the first one, he's going to have to delay it.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way people are gonna ride on that. Because they will die, quite literally. That's a suicide mission. But hey, man, it's Elon and SpaceX. People are into space stuff. I am too. I wish them luck. I hope it's successful, but I doubt this second one will be. Just to be honest.
That video of them getting so hyped about it just taking off was like, I'm like, dude, it was a meme.
Hey, man, that's just how it is.
We'll see.
But
we'll talk about it when hopefully we get there. We'll probably be there. Yeah, we'll be able to do a podcast on it by then, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whenever it happens this month, we'll be able to cover it in the following podcast. We'll have to wait and see. But on to our final topic, over to U.S. soccer, football, the MLS. Atlanta United won their game. Not won, they tied. And Miami lost their game.
No motherfucker out the playoffs.
They can't.
You know
qualify.
Why? Because Messi didn't play 6 games because of injury.
They brought him back in the last 15 minutes for that game, and they still couldn't do Anything.
They have to win. They literally had to win the last. They're still three games left for them to play. I think. Or two now.
They have to hope that every other team loses all those games that are in
No,
front of them.
no, they can't. They've already been eliminated. They had to
They,
win
they,
yesterday,
they had to? Okay.
and they had to win the next two.
So it's done.
I'm
Miami
like,
season's done.
oh, dude, y'all got finessed. All you Miami fans got finessed.
I mean,
He wasn't gonna take y'all to the finals. Y'all were doomed from the get go when y'all on the bottom. Y'all just didn't finish last when he came. So
I mean,
y'all got milked for that money.
Messi came in. They won a championship. After that, he disappeared. Hasn't been seen since. Lost basically every game.
If you would have won two, they would have been mad at him.
Yeah, but they lost two because they can't qualify for playoffs, and they lost the Open Cup, which was like a week ago.
Houston.
Yeah, and he wasn't there.
It's the 6th game Messi didn't play. They only won one.
And the rest they got blown out or drawn. Like when they played against Atlanta, like that was insane. I've never seen a team have to rely on one player this hard besides T1, ironically. When these teams miss their star players, they go from first to worst instantly. And it's so bizarre. I don't get how that happens.
Think about it. They played when the first tournament Messi played. They didn't lose. They went 8-0.
Mm-hmm. And that was an international tournament. They played against teams that are arguably in a harder league.
They dominated that whole tournament.
Yep.
And they played against roughly the same amount of teams, the same teams.
Something, yeah.
They couldn't just the season started. They came back, couldn't do anything. Messi stopped playing because he was injured / fatigued from the international break that he was on.
Yeah. Like I said last time, and you were mentioning as well, they were advertising Messi like he was going to be at these games just for him to not show up. So I feel like fans were getting cheated out.
I've been saying this shit forever. He is not going to play on our official turf.
Yeah, but that was only the Atlanta game. There's been 5 other games after that.
Dog, y'all are getting finessed. He ain't no savior, and there's rumors about him getting leaving.
I was about to say that they're already saying that he's going to leave.
He's going back to Barca, and if he does, he's planning to go on loan. Dog, he came for 8. How many games? Let's see. He played a couple MLS games and the whole tournament. You probably saw Messi for a total of 12, 13 games.
He would have been in the MLS for roughly 2 months worth. And then there's, like you said, rumors that he's going to be gone already. How much money did the MLS coalesce together just to get him to get here? Like, that's Jesus.
No.
This was supposed to be the moment to make the MLS the big international league. Yeah, I don't know about that, because then all the Messi fans have no reason to watch, because Miami's not even going to be in the playoffs.
And guess where we are? We in the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're the 6th seed. We choked the 4th seed because we tied, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point. It's not the point. The point is the MLS and Internet Miami got finessed by damn Messi. And now every team is suffering because bro, he came towards the end of the season, dog.
Yeah.
How do you expect to make your money back? You're not.
And the Messi jerseys definitely do sell, though.
He's not gonna sell if he leaves.
Well, there's that, but like it'll be like a collector's item now. Just another Messi jersey to add to your jersey collection.
Bro,
there are people that I know here at UJ that have Messi jerseys that don't watch the MLS.
go motherfucker bandwagon.
No, yeah, I mean they're there for Messi. They don't care about football or the MLS, but they know Messi.
Exactly. That was the whole purpose of him, so more people are gonna know. Hey, they know Messi. Oh, wait, let's go watch where Messi plays now. He plays. Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Dude, now there's rumors of him leaving. There's a chance like he might not even he might want to go. There's things about him going to Barca.
Yep.
There's rumors about him going back to his boyhood club
Mm-hmm.
where he all started and retire there.
But if Messi leaves, do you think his former teammates that he brought over from the Miami also leave, or do they stay?
They'll probably stay.
They'll stay. Okay.
They'll
I
probably stay.
mean, the
There's
whole they came for him, so it's just it's such a weird scenario that we're already in. I don't know what to say, man. It's Miami already was in a like you said difficult situation anyways because they were already at the bottom. But if Messi played, their motivation I guess could have been at 1,000 because they were rolling when he was here.
look, they were undefeated. They won the tournament.
Yep.
If they literally have to just translate all that into that because Messi decided not to play because he was injured. There hasn't been anything about him being injured. There's like no one. No, they're not saying what is hurt him, was hurt, why he didn't play. It doesn't make sense. He only played like in the MLS, like the MLS season. I think he played a total of 3 games,
That's wild.
3 or 4 games.
Well, yeah, just actual proper MLS. Yeah, yeah,
And I'm not talking about him getting subbed on. I'm talking
yeah.
about full games where he started, more so everything.
That's insane. Yeah.
That was in the MLS, not the tournament that he won, but the MLS.
Mhm. I
10
mean,
games that he could have they promoted, only 4 of them he got to play in.
yep.
Didn't play the one here. Didn't play the one after. He played the last couple minutes of the. In the last 6 games, he only played a total of the whatever he played last night.
Yep. I mean, think about the people who went to that Atlanta United game against Miami and paid insanely inflated ticket prices because he was
Dude,
supposed to be
I'm
there.
gonna be honest. I was going to pay that, and I was like, I was like, wait, I forgot what grass we play on.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, yeah, he's not coming. They're gonna find a way to say he's not gonna come because he's he's injured or he just got back from his international break. They're gonna say he's not gonna play, and then they're talking about that he was going to play, and then when they said something about that he didn't travel with the team the night before,
Hmm.
I knew he wasn't gonna play.
Yeah, and you saw the
I
backlash
just
to that
knew.
too. Like it was, like I said,
Guess
you're
what?
paying much
They got
higher.
slammed.
Yeah, Atlanta smoked them that game, which was awesome for us. But for the
And
people who came for him, it was horrendous because they saw their team get destroyed, and he wasn't even there. Not even to watch on the side. He just wasn't there. So
they
just
got slammed.
hey, Miami folks, I'm sorry. Yeah, you won a tournament, but I don't doubt anyone really cares.
You ain't win shit. Okay, let me not curse. You ain't win nothing until he got there.
Yep.
And now he's planning to leave.
Yep.
What more do you got left? You're
Oh,
on the bottom.
also, the win that you guys did get was kind of sus in multiple ways, as we
That
were
that
talking about.
that shit was whole rigged, bro. Rigged. There's the times where Messi should have got sent off or got cards, and he didn't.
Yep.
So it's kind of a Fugazi win, but who knows? Yeah. Uh, the MLS is gonna lose a lot of money if he leaves.
Yep.
Uh, these a bunch of the clubs from the MLS because it's the most. If it's true, a bunch of all the MLS teams paid some money to the league to get Messi here. So, because they were planning to get money back from what they spent to get him here,
Hmm.
and then also make a profit out of it just for promoting that he's gonna be at the.
Yep.
So, yeah, that didn't work out. And if the rumors are true, um, the whole Adidas deal become useless because the MLS won't be making money anymore.
Yep.
He will still have the Apple TV deal, and he still will get the percentage he gets for Miami when he retires, when he gets a part ownership, and then he gets a thing where he if he ever expands a team in the MLS, he can. So,
I do want to add on. Have you realized how difficult it's been to watch the MLS this season if you don't have the season pass because they don't show it on TV anymore?
yeah, it's on Apple TV because Apple TV bought the rights.
Which
Um,
sucks because most people don't have Apple TV.
well, I can't speak for those people because I have Apple TV.
I use the season pass, but if I didn't have it, I also have alternate ways of watching the MLS. So they're losing out on a lot of viewers who would watch if it was like on normal Fox Sports or even ESPN.
All right, let me see how much this Apple deal was. Apple and
Because
MLS deal.
last year it was on Bali TV, and before that it was Fox Sports, which was, I mean, almost everybody has in their standard TV packages. MLS has always struggled with viewership, so it's kind of insane that they went to a platform that
Okay,
most people
listen
don't
to
have.
this.
Yeah, go for it.
MLS has been in the business with Apple for 1 year. Streaming has changed forever. A year ago, MLS Soccer signed a 10-year, $2.5 billion deal with
You said
Apple.
how long?
10 years,
No.
but for $2.5 billion.
Years.
So when this was what? When did it become an Apple TV? Last year?
It was the end of last year, so this year. This is the first full year. Dang it. I'm not buying the season pass next year. I gotta go the legal route then.
Whoa, you can't be saying that.
I didn't say what route though, so my sources are coming.
2.5 billion for 10 years?
Is not a
That's
lot
insane.
for soccer. That's not a
No,
lot.
no, I know, but I'm just saying it's insane.
Yeah.
They got finessed.
No, yeah, definitely. They probably could have made that just through normal streaming viewing rights from like Fox in like 2 years.
Look, I think it would make sense if the Apple did it, but for only the big primetime games. Like if you want to watch the big, you have to watch it on Apple TV. But then
Sure, I
why would
guess.
they? Why would they? They won't be making money if it's only a couple games that are prime time. You know?
I
So
mean, you could easily go the Disney route, have ESPN and ESPN Plus, where you have the big games on ESPN Plus, but all the normal games are
nah.
just on ESPN. But man, MLS is going to be hurting their viewership going forward because
Oh.
most people don't have Apple TV.
Ooh, do you have anything else to say about that? I got one more thing and then we
No,
can
go
finish
for it
it
real
off.
quick. We're like a little bit over an hour.
No, but are you done with what you
Yeah,
were
I'm
talking
good.
about the
Yeah.
villains? Okay. If you didn't know, last week the Atlanta Falcons played the Jacksonville Jaguars in London,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the first time where they did a thing with Disney Plus.
Oh yeah,
Did
yeah.
you hear about that?
It was the Toy
Um,
Story game, which was better than the
yeah.
actual game.
So it was scuffed at the beginning, but it worked at the end. But it's pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. It's a new way to watch sports, and then I guess a new way to get their kids to watch it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a
exactly.
way.
It brings in children to actually get interested in football, American football.
So obviously I saw it, and obviously I watched the Falcons because I'm a Falcons fan.
Yep.
Um, from what you saw, obviously I know you saw clips on Twitter about it.
Mhm.
What did you think of it? Like, was it like cool how they did it, or like was it new, like interesting, like, or are you surprised at like how they were able to do it?
I was curious because I remember when Disney announced it, I was like, huh, this has to match with a live game. So I was curious to see how they did. And like you said, at first it was a little scuffed, but as it went on, it was surprisingly, like I said, entertaining. I thought even better than the actual game at times. It was just a fun thing to watch.
So just so everyone understands, it wasn't just an exclusive game on Disney Plus.
Hmm.
You could watch the normal version if you wanted to, but then they had that, which is cool because they're doing. You remember the whole Nickelodeon thing, which they are planning to do again this year.
Yeah.
Which was a big success. It worked with the Patrick and all that. You saw it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I won't be surprised if we see more of these later down the road.
Hmm.
I won't be surprised if they do something like this with a deal with them
Yeah.
and just have that for certain games or like games where you could watch the NFL with Disney Plus as the cartoon version.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens later down the road. But from how it was a new, interesting way I watched. I watched a little bit of it, but I was like kind of annoyed because
Hmm.
it was kind of scuffed. So I watched the original.
Yep.
It was early in the morning. It was like 9:30 because they were playing in London.
Yep.
So I woke up at 9:30 just to watch the Falcons get smoked, and I stopped watching it because I was just annoyed.
Yep.
But and I had other things to do. I had to take up before the time. But yeah, it was pretty cool and interesting, and I just want to know what you thought of it
No, it's
a
really
little more.
cool. It's a cool concept to add in. It helps both Disney and the NFL because you bring in kids to watch it, and then kids who are watching the NFL for some reason are gonna want to watch Disney. So it's like a back and forth kind of thing. Yeah,
So
it's a cool concept. But since you brought up football, I do want to bring up one more thing. It's two college football events in Georgia actually. We had UGA play against Kentucky yesterday, blew them out, no contest, the massacre, and we had Georgia Tech have an insane comeback against Miami, which if you see how Miami lost,
okay,
you would like
no,
end
Miami.
yourself.
Okay, Miami trolled, but there's a story behind it. Their coach did it a year ago the same way and lost them that game. And if you don't know, um, if you're winning and there's maybe a minute,
Mhm.
just knee it.
Yeah.
For people that understand, a quarterback knee is just you literally just taking a knee and the clock runs. Like you made a play. You call the play, you did it, and the clock will move. The point is to not give the ball back to the team.
Yep.
So don't. Your goal is not to run the ball or throw it because you could either throw a pick or fumble. These motherfuckers decided to run the ball with a minute left, and they were only up by 3.
Yeah. It
And
was.
then I was kind of speechless about it. Um,
I mean, Tech fans
uh,
went wild yesterday for
and I
obvious
want you to
reasons.
understand, what was it? Miami, right? It was
This is
Miami.
Miami, yeah.
Miami's ranked. They're ranked. I think they're ranked 23.
They're 4-1.
Well, right now they are,
Yeah.
but
Their
before,
standings. Let me check real
well,
quick.
they're not ranked anymore. I can tell you that they lost to an unranked team.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Before they were. I'm pretty sure they were 23.
Probably, yeah.
Um, it's yeah. And losing in college is pretty detrimental. If you're not ranked, you're not playing any big bowl games. So,
No.
mainly, if you don't know, the 1 through 4 will play in the national championship, which is like the Super Bowl for college.
Yep.
Um, and from how I see it, and I hate to admit it,
Who's,
Georgia might win it
who's
again.
winning again this year?
Georgia's gonna win it again, and if not, then
We finally played tough people and we're blowing them out. So,
yeah. From how I see it, yeah. It looks like Georgia's gonna win it again.
back to
I
back
hate to
to
submit it
back.
because I don't like. I don't have a problem with Georgia. I just have a problem with their
I know you don't
fans.
like the fans, but
I just hate them. Okay.
it's the baggage that we come with.
So Miami was ranked 25. They're probably not gonna be 25 after today.
Mhm.
Um. I think the standings go out tomorrow, so we'll find out who really. Obviously, Georgia's gonna be first because
Yep.
Michigan. Every time Michigan makes the playoffs, they don't play good. Um. Uh.
Hey man, I'll be able to celebrate again in the stadium about 3 months from now.
If I mean Oklahoma can make it in, I mean it just depends on Florida. Let's see. Yeah, Florida's not. It can be. It's probably just gonna be. It's gonna be the 4 teams right now.
Yep.
Unless Michigan just choke, which I could see them losing. Okay, they play Penn State, which is number 6, and then they play Michigan number 2. So yeah, those games between each other are gonna be very crucial. And then I think let's see, Georgia. The only issue that they might have is against Tennessee, but I doubt they do.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Tennessee's been playing good. They've been this year compared to last year. They're playing good.
They're good, but like I told you, you underestimated Georgia at the start, and now you're seeing
Oh
what they
damn!
can
I
do.
look. I don't have a problem with UGA. They're a good school and everything. I just hate the fans. I root against the fans.
Hey man, like I said, it's just what happens with us.
Wow, another year with no Bama in the finals. That's crazy. If they didn't lose that game, they'd probably be like seventh, eighth.
I'm
But
gonna be at Georgia for 4 years, right? And imagine they win all 4 years I attend here, back to back
what
to back to back champion.
was it really back to back at this point? Like three
It's
times?
yeah. If they win this year, it's gonna be 3 times, and if they win by the time I graduate, it's gonna be 4 times. Because they won 21 and 22.
Hmm.
Yep. So
Let me see. 2017, 2021, and 2022.
yep. It's a good streak. We're becoming the new Alabama that was just dominating for the longest. The only bad thing is that it's made congestion in Athens really bad. Because our games sell out to an insane degree now. Yep. You might have to become a Georgia fan, man.
No, never say that again in your life. I
It's
don't, like I said, I don't have a problem with them. I've been to the games. I just hate the fans. I hate them with a motherfucking. They remind me of the fucking Cowboy fans. Fuck them Cowboys. I don't even hate the Cowboys. I just hate the fans. I'm tired of them saying it's their year every year when y'all just don't do shit in the playoffs. I don't want to hear it.
yeah, man. The difference is that you're in Georgia. You're from Georgia. You support
Yeah,
Georgia sports. You
I
should
just
be happy.
I don't support Georgia football. I rather support Georgia Tech football.
Yeah, but they're not getting anywhere, and you know that. And neither are the Falcons for the most part.
What? Did you not see the game
I
today?
know, but I said for the most part.
Hey, we are a young team building now.
Also, we are also a young team.
So we have similarity.
Yeah, but
Just
one is blowing out the competition. The other one's had a few fumbles here and there.
who the... Okay, let's talk about your competition then. Since you want to bring up competition.
Uh huh. We played Kentucky yesterday. Played Auburn. You can't say that they're easy. Obviously, UAB is not a real team.
Beat Auburn. Look, let's see. Y'all are 5-0 or 6-0? What is it?
We're 5-0.
Okay, so
No, 6-0. My bad. Yeah, 6-0.
you beat UT Martin. Congrats. Ball State. Congrats. South Carolina. Hasn't been good in years. Congrats. UAB. Congrats. Auburn. Barely made it out, but congrats. Kentucky 24. Kentucky are 5-1, and they haven't played nobody.
Yeah,
They
they
played
played us and they got destroyed.
they played almost the same team y'all do. Just the difference is y'all played each other. And obviously, let's see.
Next is Vanderbilt.
How mad would you be if, let's just say, the last game they're undefeated and then Georgia beats them? Georgia Tech.
There's literally no way.
If
There's no,
everyone's
no, no, no,
everyone
no.
said the same thing about Miami, and look what happened in Miami.
Yeah, the difference is that we don't have a superstar in our team, so there's no way. Tech is not gonna beat Georgia. They haven't in a long time, and they won't this year.
It's been like a couple years now, like maybe
Also, because
5.
like I cannot let my friend at Tech take a win over me. So no, Georgia will beat
Congrats.
Tech pretty easily this year.
Congrats. Y'all played nobody yet.
Our hardest game, like you said, will be Tennessee and maybe Florida, and that's about it. I think we beat Florida easily. Tennessee might be closer, but we should win. We'll go undefeated this season. It'll be fine.
Congrats.
You said the same thing. We played nobody last season, and it's still who won.
Yeah, because y'all played nobody last year. Y'all played TCU, a logo that's a frog, and they're like a private school.
Yeah, but they also beat massive teams just to get there, and they got made it in the finals.
Well, they played nobody if they just got smacked in the. I don't know.
Hey man, it's the
Oh,
year you're living in Georgia's world now. Is all I can tell you. Get used to it. Thank you guys for watching this
thank you for
episode.
watching episode 2 of season 2. Oh, wait, that sounds kind of weird. Thank you for watching season 2, episode 2. Wait, they both sound weird. Thank you for watching S2 of
No,
E2.
stop. Thank you guys for watching season 2, episode 2, or episode 2, season 2, or S2E2, E2, whatever you want to say. The second episode of our season of Conquest. Usually I don't do this part, but go ahead.
Well, thank y'all for watching this episode. I've been your co-host and my host Mark Tart over there. We had a great discussion this time. Kind of got a little overboard at the end, but you can't really, you rarely stay on topic or like on schedule with the stuff.
Yep.
But we usually cover most of it, so we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all watching, like always. Appreciate the love on the recent videos, and like I said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Turn that notification bell so you know when we upload. Leave comments. We do read them. We'll respond back to you guys. So we appreciate y'all really much for them, and thank y'all for I guess another return from the season.
Yeah.
Or how would you say it?
Season, season return.
A season
Whatever.
return.
Yeah.
So we've been, and y'all been showing love. So be on the lookout next week for the other episode.
Also, in the comments, say where Angel should hang up his flag because he still hasn't done it yet.
I told you it doesn't fit. I don't know. I either gotta make the roof taller or cut the flag, which I can do, but I don't want to.
Horizontal, just let it go in your bed a little bit.
Dog, what? Okay, anyways. I don't really have an outro, and we don't really do either. But he's gonna throw up the ending intro, whatever it's called, at the end. Thank y'all for watching. We will see you in the next one. Shout out from Assassin and SMGFrenzy. Bloopers.